making her a success on and off the screen. At just 15, Jennifer had her first taste of fame, starring alongside Richard Gere.
That's my dad.
20 years on, and Jennifer has shared the silver screen with red carpet royalty, from Ben Affleck to Brad Pitt and our very own Joel Edgerton.
You don't think I could do it, right?
I think you could get killed.
But it was TV that turned Jen into a household name. After rapping on the award-winning medical series House, Jennifer joined the cast of How I Met Your Mother, before landing a role on Seven's smash show, Once Upon a Time.
Believing in even the possibility of a happy ending is a very powerful thing.
Her work behind the camera has been gaining attention too, as this leading lady was responsible for getting Glee off the ground. With her countless talents, Jennifer Morrison's certainly leading a charmed life. And Jennifer Morrison joins us now live in our Melbourne studio. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon. So nice to see you.
Lovely to have you with us. Now, during school, you landed the cover of the Sports Illustrated Kids with Michael Jordan. You were 15 when you did your first feature film. What is that like to grow up in the spotlight?
You know, I feel really lucky because I felt like I had a pretty normal life. My parents were wonderful about encouraging me to stay involved in as many activities as possible. So as much as I was acting and doing things like Sports Illustrated for Kids, it always felt like a hobby. And it always felt like something I did just because I loved it and enjoyed it, and had a pretty normal life besides that. So it wasn't until I went to college and studied theater and decided I really wanted to make that what I did for a living that I started to really live in that world a little bit more. So I feel really grateful that as much as there was a bit of that spotlight stuff going on, it was more just for fun, and I had a pretty normal life along the way.
Hey Jennifer, you've worked with some of our homegrown talents, such as Joel Edgerton in Warrior. Such a fantastic film. I loved it. How do the Aussie guys stack up against other actors?
Well, I've had three fake Australian husbands now. So I feel like I'm doing well with the Aussie husbands. In 1 year, I had Chris Hemsworth played my husband in Star Trek, and then Joel Edgerton played my husband in Warrior, and then they had me marry Jesse Spencer on House. So I was surrounded by Australian hotties, basically. Listen, you guys grow them well out here. I don't know what to tell you. You guys got very, very handsome, very talented men growing in Australia.
We're going to have to get you a real one, then you can stick around a little bit longer.
Yeah, exactly. You guys need to give me an excuse to stick around, right?
Done deal. Now, last month you done the unthinkable. You styled your own hair for the Monte Carlo Television Awards, and it looked phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you.
Is that no-fuss attitude a real good reflection of your actual character?
I guess. I mean, I definitely, I had a really good time in Monte Carlo, and some of those hairstyles were truly because it was so hot outside. I was trying to keep my hair up. After that first day with it down, I was sweating like crazy. So I started trying to find creative ways to keep my hair off my neck. Yeah, you know, I had a really nice time. It's not often that you're going to a palace and have an excuse to dress up that way. So the very girly side of me definitely came out in those days.
Nor is it often that you would often do your own hair and makeup either, so don't worry about that. Now, you play Emma Swan on the hit show Once Upon a Time. How do you get into character for that?
You know, it was interesting with Emma. I spent a lot of time reading memoirs written by people who were raised in the foster system. I felt like the part of her that I really wanted to connect with was the most grounded part of her, and that was the damaged side of her, and the side of her that wasn't having anything to do with fairy tales. So I read a lot of memoirs written by people in the foster system. I did a lot of research about that, and I felt like I tried to build a sense of history and memories that were really specific, so that when Emma's walls are up and when she is being tough with people, that there's real specific reasons for that. So I spent a lot of time focusing on that side of it. And then in terms of the fairy tale side, I've tried to keep her feet on the ground as much as possible and let her be almost the audience in a sense, where, you know, some of these outrageous things that we're asking people to believe, I'm letting her have the reactions to it that a normal person would have. Like, yeah, great, my parents are Snow White and Prince Charming, yeah, right, you know. So I've tried to kind of keep that as real and as grounded as possible as well.
Hey Jennifer, you're in Australia for the Pop Culture Expo Comic-Con. What's the one thing fans might not already know about you, and what's Comic-Con like? It seems like this, like a room just full of crazy fans.
Yeah, Comic-Con is really amazing and impressive to me. I've only been so far until now. I've been to the Comic-Con in San Diego. And what I love about it is it's really a way to connect with the really true passionate fans and get to see them face to face, and it reminds us what we're doing and why we're doing it, and that people are really enjoying it, which is really fun for us. You know, we spend 16 hours a day running around forests and sound stages and doing all these crazy things, and Comic-Con sort of is a moment where you get to see people's reactions and see that they're really enjoying it, and that means a lot to us. So that's really fun. I'm excited to see what Comic-Con in Australia is like compared to Comic-Con in San Diego. So tomorrow will be my first introduction to that. But I kind of am intrigued. I've sort of played with the idea of maybe finding a costume to mask myself so I can actually like walk around and experience it from the floor. Yeah. I want to have like the authentic experience, you know?
Enjoy that. Good luck. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much.
And if you want to meet Jennifer, you can head to this weekend's Comic-Con in Melbourne. For more details, just head over to